work that Global Parametrics does primarily focuses on climate resilience. We believe very strongly that there are no natural disasters, only natural hazards that can cause disasters due to social, economic or financial reasons and policy as well. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to really champion the use of anticipatory financial solutions to enable communities to be able to both anticipate and be resilient to climate events.
Our investment comes from the UK government via FCDO, so the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, and the German government's development bank, KfW, via the Insta Resilience Investment Fund.
Atlas is a renewable energy generator looking to accelerate the transition to 100% clean energy. We've been conducting community initiatives across all our projects from the outset. Our approach is to engage with the community early and understand what needs are there, what gaps exist, and then look to invest in programs or projects that address them and look to improve the standards of the community. The organization's investment is 100% funded by Actis.
Here at Streathford Renewable Energy Plant, we are a renewable generator. We combust about 250,000 tonnes of straw every year. We run 24/7 for 50 weeks of the year, generating about 39 megawatts of power to power about 60 to 70,000 homes.
Sleaford Biomass Plant is an attractive investment to Railpen not only because of its low carbon power generation technology, but also because of its local economy influence. So providing local jobs, supporting the local economy through community benefit schemes, and buying feedstock from local farmers.
Our view is that for a business to be truly impactful, it must be sustainable. And the only way for a business to be sustainable is it has to generate profits.
In terms of balancing impact with profit, it's really important to move away from the more sort of traditional binary view that these are mutually exclusive. You know, it's become ever more prevalent in the culture for investors to think not just about returns on capital, but to also think about the impact, the social good that your investment can have.
Our goal here is to try to push the envelope for a more just transition. So we're passionate about that endeavor. At the same time, we have to acknowledge that if we go out of business, our ability to influence goes to zero. And so that's the balance we constantly need to strike.
Practically, to maintain this balance, it's good to have sort of reporting and monitoring systems and a key impact objective that you're working towards.
So the low carbon transition is the first time in many decades when governments, policymakers, regulators and investors are all aligned together to fight climate change. Investors should make use of the significant available resources and technologies, frameworks, methodologies and data to build their climate risk and engagement capabilities. This will help make their portfolios more climate resilient, allow them to capitalise on low carbon investment opportunities and enable a just transition.
The investment choices you make are dramatically important because they shift major capital flows into desired directions.
But it's important to note that these investments cannot just have a basic social impact or metric that they can reach. They can really drive forward systemic change and try and sort of resolve or try and mitigate these key issues that are currently being faced by our society today, such as climate change.
We want to really be a force for good in the world. That's how we describe it, that's how we see ourselves. We just came up with our sustainability report, and when I read through that, it almost like makes me get very emotional because if more business leaders would do this, what a different world we live in.